Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. First of all, I would like to say big thank you to everyone who recently joined my YouTube channel. The numbers quite grown over the last week or so, which makes me extremely happy, and I honestly didn't really expect to get so many subscribers in such a short period of time. So thank you again for basically listening what I have to say. I'm really passionate about especially headshot and portrait photography, and that's what I'm trying to talk about on this channel. So if you guys have, first of all, any questions, any concerns, and you guys would like to discuss anything, please feel free to send me an email or message or contact me through social media. I'm always open to any discussion and any ideas, and I would love to definitely hear from you guys. So today's vlog, I would like to dedicate it and talk entirely about face expression for headshots, for headshot photography. This is something which is extremely important, and it seems you can get the best lighting, you can have the best equipment, you can have all the technical aspect figured out, but when the face expression of the person you're photographing is not the right one, this whole basically concept kind of goes down the drain. And I would like to share with you guys the way I work, and also I would like to chat a little bit about my recent experience where I had a chance to work with one of the really well-known actors from Canada, and I had opportunity to work with her on headshot session, and I was completely blown away like what she could actually pull it off throughout the shoot. And that's actually get me thinking about how most of the time we limit ourselves, and people limit themselves too with the ability what they can do throughout those headshot sessions. And I would like to talk a little bit about it because I think this is extremely interesting, and also the experiences which I recently had working with that actress just basically changed my entire concept on shooting the headshot session. So let me start with this. Most of the time I found that people where I'm working with, they quite stressed out, and usually the first half an hour is just basically just getting people warmed up, and just to kind of relax them so they can actually become who they really are, and basically to get to the point where I'm even able to get the shots what I'm looking for. And that's my typical actually session. And then this is something which I actually go over and over again, and it's really difficult, especially when people never had this experience before. They never had the headshot taken before professionally. So that's challenge for me in order to get these people to I would say the mood, or the position where they really feel comfortable, and then they can really pull off those face expressions which I'm really looking for. So before I'll jump into some details, I would like to share with you the way I like to work with people. So first of all, one of the main things what I found over the years doing headshot session is, like, you have to have some kind of conversation going on all the time. You cannot just put the person on the seat and start shooting and directing the people, because that's not going to take you anywhere. The people become more stiff, and they become more I have to say stressed out, because if there is no connection between you and the subject, then it's gonna take you much longer to get into those people's mind and get them relaxed, and then get them kind of like pulling the face expressions which you're looking for. So what I found over the years, I try to talk to them right away. But also, a lot of people actually forget that you also have to be good listener. So it's not like you just jumping on some kind of topic and you just kind of like telling them all your life story and stuff like that. It's important to throw some subject and listen what they have to say. Try to find topics which are gonna make the person feel more relaxed. So you talk about vacation, talk about the kids, talk about their hobbies, and talk to them about things which generally makes them happy. Because if you're not gonna kind of go there and you're gonna go to some, like, I don't know, things which don't gonna make the person comfortable, or you're gonna talk about things which make the person stressed out, that's what you're gonna have to deal with, and that's what's gonna cause a lot of well, not good, I would say, face expressions. So again, try to talk to them, but also try to kind of make them express themselves and try to kind of open up to you. Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes I found it's difficult, especially like when you have, let's say, 15 or 20 minutes with some CEO or some person who doesn't have time. But again, you have to find the connection with the person in order to get something out of them and make them feel comfortable with you and with the camera. Because as I said, whenever you pull this 70-200 huge lens the front of their face, then you know they're gonna generally feel stressed out. Another thing what I found is you have to give yourself, and this is what I said before, that sometimes you have like 20 minutes, but I always try to force people to give me a little more time. So I don't want to put any pressure on my clients with the time, because if you tell the client to okay, you have pretty much like half an hour for photo shoot and then we have to just rush it through this, then also is gonna make the person stressed out. So just try to, like, sometimes I don't really look at the how much time we have left or whatever. I'm trying to kind of keep working till I start getting well, when I get basically feel that the person you know, don't feel pressured by the time. Even if I say, let's say the photo shoot is like 1 hour and I will go to, let's say, 1.5, it's not a big of a deal for me. I will always try to, like, you know, for me the most important part is to get the shots what I'm looking for, because then I know my job is complete and the client at the end of the day will be happy. Another trick what I found, and I know every photographer has some kind of like own tricks to kind of get the person where they want them to be, but I also found that whenever you actually show some of the shots and encourage people throughout the shoot, that always helps. So I'm not really kind of like throwing crazy jokes, because that sometimes also is tricky, but my biggest, I would say, thing what I'm trying to do, so whenever I will get the shot what I'm really like and I see, okay, this person is pulling this off the way I want it and they're getting great face expression, then basically I'm showing them the shot and then I'm telling them, look, you know, this is what I'm looking for, you look great on this, and I found that it's just kind of like extra boost and some kind of like you just fill up with the person with some kind of positive energy. So if they see that you're happy what you're doing and then they can see the image, which also like it's stunning, that gives them that kind of like extra, I don't know, boost of power, and they even trying to do better. So that's something what I'm trying to do. So this is just a few things what I'm doing. I would go a little more into some other details in my future vlogs, but now I would like to jump back into the topic I was talking about, shooting the headshot session with that actress. I'm sure some of you guys might know her. She played in several movies. Her name is Michelle Frost, and I was just blown away working with her. How amazing she was pulling off those interesting face expressions, which I was just like totally lost that, you know, someone is even able to just on the spot create so many interesting face expressions, which I didn't even have to kind of like ask her. And I know that she's an actress. This is how she makes her living. This is her like bread and butter for every single day. But I also want to kind of like try more to push my clients to do some crazy stuff. I've never done it before, and I think that this is something which every headshot and portrait photographer should try to actually push the limits to kind of like a new direction. And because I think that we always try to get this perfect face expression, a little bit of smile, lips closed, and you know, have serious, have like kind of positive I don't know, face expression, depends who is shooting. But I found like I never tried to really push the client to the edge and then just kind of like try to get some really crazy stuff out of them, and I'll show you some of the shots which I took, which I think they were great, and I never have done this before, which makes me think that, you know, I was just trying to, I don't know, like get too perfect some of those you know, headshots and the face expressions, which were just like, I had this, I would say, several different face expressions which I really like, and that's what I tried to get my client. But I never tried to really like try to do something completely different, something which kind of showcase who these people are, and then just kind of like open them up a little bit with who they are and, you know, what they're capable of doing, and then just kind of give them completely freedom of just go absolutely berserk with their face expression. And you know, we don't have to really use those shots, I guess, and we don't have to kind of like put them on social media or whatever, but just for sake of having fun, kind of getting the client warmed up, getting the client to kind of like the I don't know how I can even describe it, the kind of like a just kind of showcase their personality from kind of a little bit of I would say freaky side. I know all of us have this side where, you know, like we just would like to do something crazy and nuts, but some, like, you know, it doesn't kind of like, we shouldn't do it because we are too old, and that doesn't kind of like fit the people who we are and what do we do and stuff like that. But again, that photo shoot really opened my eyes that we definitely should do that, and we definitely should kind of like play a little bit more with our clients to technically just have even more fun that we when we just generally have. Definitely would like to hear your feedback, what you guys think and how you guys work with your clients and what you guys are doing in order to pull it off, the face expressions which you guys looking for. I know everyone has different methods and different tricks and different things what they do, so please feel free to if you're okay of course with that, share that with me and with my audience, and I would like to hear maybe there's something what I can learn. So I hope that was interesting, and I hope that gave you some new ideas and some new things to work with, and I will be looking forward to hear from you. And again, thank you for joining my YouTube channel, everyone. I really appreciate that, and I will be looking forward to create more interesting vlogs and talk a little more about headshot photography and sharing with you guys my personal experience in my photography journey. So stay tuned. I would like to wish you guys fantastic week, and I'll chat with you guys in the next couple days. So bye bye.